You and I have something in common in that I feel like we're both obsessed with Billie Eilish.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I love Billie Eilish.
I mean, you Instagrammed about her comments on coronavirus. You defended her against the trolls of the internet.
Yeah.
Who were body shaming her. Why did you kind of feel compelled to do that?
You know, it's just so dumb that anyone, I mean, any woman in the spotlight is already under a tremendous amount of pressure. I mean, the internet is gross and awful, and I hate it. But she especially, for some reason, I don't know if it's because she's so young, and it just feels so inappropriate for anyone to comment on any young person's body ever. It's just gross. It's gross, yeah. Man. I think people really forget themselves because the internet is this wall that they can hide behind. But I think I just felt personally affronted by it because, I mean, she's a beautiful young girl who is making unbelievable, like, earth-changing art. You know, she's doing this with her brother, like, on their own. I mean, she's an amazing, like, artist, and it made me so furious. You know, it's just such a dumb thing for people to talk about. And I know I mentioned in, like, my tweet or whatever that I looked just like, I mean, I looked exactly like that when I was her age. And it's just, I had a horrible time because I think things have improved in terms of body image for girls and boys, like, and everybody. I think things are much more inclusive now. But when I was growing up, I mean, it was not like that. So I faced a lot of that. A lot.
You did.
Well, thank you. It made me the jerk I am today. You know, and anytime I see something like that, I don't know, something about this specifically made me really angry, and I just thought it was gross, and I said something. You know, I don't know if it will make a difference to anyone, but I hope people know that, like, people are in their corner, and that stuff's not okay.
Did she reach out afterwards, or did
No.
Okay, I was like,
I didn't expect I didn't expect her to. I didn't even think about it. I just, to me, it's just like this young artist is being attacked for a dumb reason, and it's gross.
Well, let's talk about this movie, Friendsgiving. It was so funny. It was very relatable, but not necessarily your feel-good holiday movie.
No.
How would you kind of describe it?
Well, like you said, it's not your typical Thanksgiving film. It's actually great because there aren't many Thanksgiving movies. I personally really, you know, speaking of holidays, I love a theme movie. It's like my favorite thing ever. You can steal my pumpkins. Like, I really love celebrating that stuff. My character, Abby, her family is back in Jersey and she's in LA, and all she wants is to spend the day with her best friend moping about her breakup and just eat a bunch of snacks and go to sleep early. That's all she wants. Yeah, which is very relatable, by the way.
Yeah.
And then her best friend, who's going through a divorce, is like, you know what, forget it. I know we said we were going to do this, but I want to be surrounded by people. So this is what happens when two friends who are both heartbroken want to do one day very differently.
I think the scene that people are going to be talking about is the scene where you make out with Aisha Tyler.
Yes, I make out with Aisha Tyler. I guess I forgot to mention that up front. It happened. I have to say, it was really fun. I enjoyed it much more than when I have to make out with male actors. I don't know why.
Well, yeah, well, I was gonna say why. You don't know.
I think because I'm just a weird, I don't know. There's something about a kissing or a love scene that's always a little uncomfortable. There's no way around it. I mean, it really depends on your relationship with the other actor, man or lady. I mean, but Aisha, like, I love her so much, and we became so close so quickly. So it was just kind of like, oh yeah, like, I'm kissing my friend. I don't care. I kissed Beth Bears and Two Broke Girls, and it was just literally like kissing my hand. Like, it felt so easy. I don't know what this says about me, but I just have an easier time
with females. That
With
makes
that.
sense, actually, though. Yeah, especially when there's like people filming you, and it's like,
so uncomfortable no matter what.
have you ever had any awkward stories bringing a significant other to a Thanksgiving or a holiday, or has someone else in your family?
I remember when an ex-boyfriend of mine showed up to trick or treat at my parents' house. And I was there. Yeah, we'd broken up. I mean, it's fine. I don't really have any animosity with any of my exes at all. So it was, but at the time it was just like, why are you here? Why are you here? It was just like, my dad was like, hey, look who's here. I was like, what? You know,
So was this an adult? Like, why was he
an adult? Yeah, an adult.
He
just
wanted
thought,
to
why not? You know, so that was interesting.
Yeah, that's funny. Something important that we have to discuss is the election that's coming up on Tuesday.
Yeah.
You've been very vocal about it. You also tweeted about wanting your New Zealand citizenship.
Yeah.
That you were willing to be part of a loveless marriage if that would get you the New Zealand citizenship. So just wondering if you had any offers.
Shockingly, I have had some. And I quickly realized it was not a great seeming thing to do, but I think, you know, in the heat of the moment of the situation with COVID in the States, I'm so saddened by the situation we're in here, and versus, you know, someplace like New Zealand that has gotten it under control in a pretty short amount of time. And it's just, you know, in my saddest times, I'm just like, why can't we do this? Like, why can't we do this? It's so unfair to everybody. So that's where that came from.
Okay.
But, you know, I'm just going to tough it out. And if I were to fall in love with this New Zealand person,
yeah,
which, you know, maybe, but probably I'll just stay where I'm at.
I think what people like about you and like why we connect to you so much is A, because you're an amazing actress and you're so funny, but also because on social media you're very much yourself.
It's true.
Is there anything that you are hesitant to ever share about yourself?
Yeah, I don't share most things, and it's not because I have any secrets or anything, but it's just that I have found that when I've shared very personal things, you know, like who I'm dating or whatever it is, like it kind of feels icky. There's something about letting a huge amount of people into your life that it just depends on your personality. Some people have no issue and are kind of an open book, and I've just learned over the years it doesn't feel good for me. So yeah, I don't really share anything except my unfiltered opinions that sometimes will probably get me in trouble with somebody. But any detail about my personal life, I've now kept to myself just because it just doesn't feel good.